Welcome back to DK and Dan Like Bands. So glad you're here. I'm Dan.
Hey, I'm
like
DK.
I have to say I like bands.
You waited so long.
I was about to talk.
I'm so scared of silence.
Well, that's DK.
Hi.
And I'm Dan. And we both like bands.
Yeah, bands are pretty cool.
And guess what? We got another guy here that likes bands even more than us. It's Bones. What's up?
Oh, I like long pauses too. I like the listener to have a little panic attack. Are my Bluetooths disconnecting? Is my podcast catcher skipping? Nope. You're just on a record with Laundry Dan.
Am I going deaf?
What's going on? Yeah, this is Bones. I like bands.
Hi, Bones. I'm glad you're here, buddy.
Hey, guys.
Welcome, Bones. Bones, of course, is from the multi-award-winning, Golden Globe-nominated podcast, 5 Day Rentals. And it's so great to have him.
What a curse to be the first podcast to win that, right? Like, legitimately. Like, that'll always be a little trivia thing. And unless she wins it again.
Was it Amy Poehler?
Yeah. Like I understand movie awards. It's like, that's the best thing in that category that year. Emmys or Golden Globes, it's weird. It's like, well, once John Hamm wins the Emmy, it's like, are you not as good as last year? Like, why did you win this year, but not the next year or the year subsequent? You know, that's a lot of pressure on a person.
Can make a man mad.
And you can't, you're not supposed to have pressure on a podcast unless you're, of course, trying to schedule it. And then, of course, if you're trying to figure out what the episode's about, and then if you're trying to define what it is that you're doing.
And we like it when the guest does that for us.
Yeah. It's good to try to figure out something with a guy with a type A personality on your show.
Is he talking about us?
No. No.
What other podcast? What podcast was that?
I just mean in general. It's a good idea. Like if let's say I had a more easygoing personality and I was co-hosting a show with another much more easygoing personality. Every once in a while, you reach out to somebody who's borderline neurotic Asperger's and say, hey, we want to do this thing. Because they might take over your show. They might do the bulk of the talking in the first 3 minutes.
That's what we want. Tell us what we're doing, please.
Well, we need to start, Dan, as always, by talking about any shows that we went to. This is very important stuff.
DK and Dan went and seen the band?
Mm-hmm.
Did it happen? It did.
You guys want to go first?
Why don't you go first?
Oh,
because
geez.
I didn't hear anything from you. So
No, you didn't. No,
I
you
was
didn't.
kind of surprised.
I was saving it.
All
I was
right.
saving it. And you know what? This is going to sound dumb, but like a lot of the reason I didn't talk about it too much was because it was just like a wonderful, nice little time that I had. It wasn't like mind-blowingly. I've seen both of those bands before. This was my third time seeing each of them, Opeth and Catatonia. And it was so nice. And I have to tell you this, and this might sound insane. This is the first show that I have ever been seated for. Ever. I've never gotten seats at a metal show. I've always been in the pit, always. I'm a pitsman, okay, from way back.
You're old.
Listen, what happened was we didn't really want to be in the pit, but we didn't really. So it was at the pageant, and we were on the side, but they don't always make that a seated place, but it was this time. And I was kind of like interested, like, we could try that. And now I don't ever want to stand again.
Yes.
It was, there is not a better seat in the house than what we had. Legitimately. The first row of like the rise, the next row up, that's not the pit. You know how it like wraps around? I had the first seat and my wife had the second seat. I had unlimited leg room. I had a place to put my beer. It was amazing. I feel like we were like 5 feet from the stage. It was unbelievable. And it was a great show. Like I said, I've seen Catatonia and Opeth both before. Catatonia was a little disappointing because they didn't get to play as long. Like I could have gone another 45 minutes from them, to be honest. But they had a reduced set because they were opening or whatever. But they still went for an hour. But I could have used more. And they had a great like set list. The set list was awesome. They kept it kind of within the zone of albums that I like the most. So I served very well by them. I think Jonas, the singer, he seemed a little off. I can't quite put my finger on it. Like maybe he wasn't feeling well or something, but his energy was a little different. He wasn't moving a whole lot. And they had a temporary guitar player because their guitar player had like a visa problem at the last minute and couldn't come on the tour. So they had like a backup guy who was good. He nailed the songs, but it did seem something in the mix, like he was too loud, I think. I don't know, like they were being too polite to the guest and didn't want to tell him that he was too loud or something. I don't know how that goes, but he was a little too loud maybe with the guitar. But they played some awesome choices. The set list was wonderful. It's weird. They played a couple of things that I was not expecting. They played, Dan, I don't know how well you remember the newest album, but they played Liquid Eye. Like I'm really surprised by that. Like that didn't seem like one that would be ever played live. But it kind of grew on me a little bit more after hearing it live. Sometimes that can happen. They were great, man. And getting to sit there so close and just like lock in and enjoy it. It was really something. And then, so Opeth came out and I have seen them a few times, like I said, and I have never seen them more into it. Like they're a band that I've seen before and they kind of almost are apologetic for like, hey, you know, we're just up here playing our instruments. We don't have a crazy show. We're just some old guys with guitars, you know, sorry. But they had a bit more of a show. They had some cool lighting and some screens doing some stuff. They played a fantastic, their set list was even better than Catatonia's. I mean, I couldn't have asked for a better set list. It was fantastic. There's like maybe one or two things where it's like, well, if you wanted this to be the ultimate set list, you add one or two songs, but like truly incredible. They played all the songs you want to hear pretty much. And I've never seen them have this kind of energy. They were so into it and they were so like the crowd was so into it. Like to the point where I'm really surprised because Opeth is not the kind of band where you think of, I've seen them before and people are just in the crowd, you know, doing a little bit of this and then it's over, you know, kind of just like headbanging along and that's it. There's not a lot of participation, but like the crowd was screaming and he was interacting with people. And someone said, "Be my dad." And he said, "Okay, I'll be your dad." You know, things like that happened and it was wonderful. He had this grin on his face the whole time, Ackerfeld did. And it was just like, again, I've never seen that energy from him. I think maybe he wasn't expecting it to be so lively, and it was. And I think that went a long way for them. Truly, it was awesome. It was one of the best shows I've seen, like just like performance-wise. They were nailing it. And their new drummer is a freak. He's amazing. He didn't even break a sweat, dude. That dude is crazy. So highly recommend Opeth. I think that tour is now over, but holy shit, if they come back around, holy shit, man. They were great.
That sounds beautiful, DK.
It truly was.
Glad you got to get a little steam off. Have a beautiful evening.
Mm-hmm. Loved it.
Almost went. Almost got tickets. But instead, there was a Nine Inch Nails show in St. Louis a few weeks after that. And Bones and I attended.
Hand in hand.
Fingers interlocked. The third time we've seen Mr. Reznor and his Nine Inch Nail misfits. And it was Bones.
It's pretty awesome. It's pretty fucking good.
It's pretty good.
What was different this time? Like, didn't you see them last year?
No, they didn't come close enough on that.
Oh, that was
first
okay. Never
leg.
mind. We were talking about that was Dead Formats, wasn't it? That wasn't you guys.
That was
Okay.
Chris on our
Chris
show.
got to see
Yes,
him. Yeah.
that's what it was. So what was? Tell me about it.
Well, if you're not familiar with Boys Noise, you should seek them out. I think you would enjoy him. He comes out promptly at 8 and plays for damn near an hour. Our buddy Chad also joined us. I think he was getting a little burnt out. He did mention that, like, he just kept going. But it was dope. It was cool to see him like live mix in some Prince and Depeche Mode. He even pulled in Down in It, which was cool. And I would direct people to seek out videos and images of this tour, of the stage layout that they're doing. So there's Boys Noise, his opening stage is behind the mix area. And then in the middle of the stadium was like a B stage. And as soon as he's done, like 5 minutes beforehand, Trent is like under the cover of darkness, snuck out to this B stage. And Dan, fill in whenever you want, but he opens on piano. He played kind of a deep cut that I wasn't super familiar with. Second song, Atticus, that lumbers in, starts doing some percussion. End of that song, bassist comes in. Even further towards the end of that song, Robin comes up on guitar, which I was stoked on. When we were getting a beer before the show, Dan reminded me, like, oh, are you excited to see Josh Freese and Robin again?
Hell yeah.
And then, like, what they do, Peggy, they end on Peggy, and then Josh Freese is on the main stage, and they have a live camera feed that is projected onto this giant, it's not an LED screen, but it's like a sheath. So you were like up close with like multiple angles on Josh Freese as he goes into the Wish drum roll, and they march to the stage and then immediately into Wish and then into March of the Pigs. So I wouldn't call it quite a roller coaster because it's a little bit slower getting going, but that first main stage set just hits you. Then
It's
they
really
go
interesting.
Yeah, they played 8 or 9 songs there. Then they go back to the B stage. Boys Noise joins them. They did like a Closer remix. They played.
I think that's the most fun I've seen Reznor have doing Closer.
Yeah.
In the 3 times that we've seen him. Like, he was having a good time with that one.
They play that Tron Ares single, which I got a little bit more appreciation for live. Whatever fucking patch they used for the bass sound on that Tron album he must have just borrowed that from Boys Noise, because that whole hour just felt like Tronish to an extent. But and then they go back to the main stage. The standout for me was I'm Afraid of Americans.
Oh,
I
love that song.
Not a ton of talking from Trent. I would say it's gone down. Like the first show we saw him, he talked much more. But that was like 18 years ago. For me personally, that is still maybe the best concert I've ever been to. Like, it set the bar so high.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of opposite of what you were saying. Like, this was the set list was opposite of like all my favorite albums. It was definitely like Downward Spiral heavy. Would we count 6 or 7 songs from that?
We got 6 from Downward Spiral plus 2 from Broken. So yeah, you're definitely for the older dudes, I guess.
Yeah. Did you appreciate those tracks more though?
I do to an extent because I never got to see Heresy or Reptile live, and the live show aspect of that is pretty incredible. Visually, the standout thing to me was Copy, which was like, it's not my favorite song from Hesitation Marks, but visually they do this like Xerox machine thing. That's was pretty fucking cool. But just the simplicity of the show visually for I'm Afraid of Americans was so dope. And Josh Freese is just such a beast on the drums live.
It is unbelievable. Yeah, he is. He's one of the best there is.
Oh, please.
Standout for me was probably Reptile. I think that was visually and just the way how loud it was, and I don't know, just all came together. I was like, that's fucking good. And I really appreciated Boys Noise coming in and adding what he did. They did Vessel from Year Zero, which I wish they would play more. We should think Boys Noise was going to be there from that era, but if we want to Taylor Swift it up. But yeah, I think Reptile took it from me that night.
Yeah. There is 2 shows later in Tulsa, in his speech, he says, probably last time we're going to do this size of a tour. I don't know, man. You and Atticus can do fucking Year Zero behind a panel. Like, I don't know how many years Robin's got playing guitar, but I don't necessarily need like 80s, 90s Nine Inch Nails live, that intensity. I would like to see, like, incorporate kind of the mid-ground stuff, But also touring, I get, dude's 60 years old, so he's got a family and shit too. I get it. I mean, I was seated for as much as I could be seated. It is just tough as a big dude to just stand there. The one thing, like the benefit of at least being on the floor is you can kind of move around, work your legs a little bit.
Yep.
I did feel a little guilty during, not Vessel or Closer, but he was like looking up towards our area and I was just sitting, and the guy in front of me, he was sitting on the arm of his chair. So it was like the only time I had like a face to face with Trent. And obviously I'm not so egocentric that he was like, oh, he was looking at me. But I did feel a little guilty that I'm in this crowd of 40 people. I'm the one guy sitting down. So you can see my face. Look like a child, but
trying to figure out what the fuck your problem is.
Yeah. But dude still got it. Must be nice taking care of yourself and shit.
It's money.
Yeah. I won't be that energetic and spry in 20 years.
It was good. It was good to see Trent one last time, I guess.
We'll see.
We could be dead in 2 years. We don't know.
I genuinely feel lucky that I've been able to see him 3 times.
Yeah.
Like,
and just to put it out there, we did have an extra ticket that we offered DK.
Don't even.
And he
that's lame.
Don't
said
even.
No.
That's lame.
That is lame. I wanted to come so bad. I made a life decision. I wish you could have made me come.
I'm just giving you shit. You know that.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
Don't apologize. You don't have to apologize. Okay. The guy that was supposed to come probably felt worse than you, but you didn't feel worse because you made a good decision.
Is it common knowledge that forgive me, DK, my dyslexia, I always want to say OTEP instead of Opeth, but yeah. Is it like common knowledge that he's kind of involved in Ghost? Like, has that got around enough? Do you think like was there a Ghost contingent there that was?
I wondered that. I did wonder that, but I don't think so. I think any Ghost fan that reads, Frederick's name in the notes is going to go, oh, wait a minute. What's Opeth? I'll check it out, and then they're going to go, oh, this isn't like Ghost.
Right. Fair enough.
I think they're going to deflect most of that. But yeah, I did have that same thought. I could not figure out, and look, they're one of my favorite bands. I mean, for sure. To see them together with Catatonia is like a dream. Now
you're making me feel bad.
It was so good, dude. Opeth was so good. I was just surprised at how packed that place was. I don't know if it was sold out, but it was very close. There didn't seem to be room anywhere. And I've never seen them with a crowd like that. And I've never seen them so involved and like interested. I don't know. It was really like, it gave me faith in humanity for one night. Like I was like, this is it. It was really great.
You think people maybe are a little more appreciative that maybe they didn't have to spend $200 on those tickets, and like they could go see a good show and they're excited. And
I think so.
I didn't have to spend an arm and a leg to get a shit seat
for sure.
Say I could be there.
And the thing with Opeth is, like, I don't know if listeners are following them, but for a while they sort of rebelled against their own back catalog, and Ackerfeld has been back and forth on, I don't want to do screams anymore. I don't want to do growls anymore. I don't want to be heavy. I want to be prog. I want to do 70s weird shit, which is all good. The thing with me is, like, I've liked every era that they've had. So for me, it's like never been an issue, but I think a lot of Opeth fans maybe felt put out by the fact that they were kind of staying away from some of that older stuff, the heavier stuff. But the new set had everything. I mean, they played Demon of the fucking Fall. I mean, like they played the heavy stuff. They played Deliverance. Like, it was amazing. So I don't know what else. Like, I couldn't have asked for anything better from that show. It was so good. So yeah, I don't know. I'm really surprised, and I hope this momentum continues for them.
Yeah, the fascination with the set list, I wish I didn't have that. Like, I work with a guy that
it's terrible.
Also went to the Nine Inch Nails show. It's his first one. He's not a giant Trent follower like Dan and I. So it was just my immediate reaction of like, yeah, but there was like Dick from The Slip, or you know, or Year Zero, or what the hell, or like, you know, one song off With Teeth, what the hell.
Which one was it? I like that album.
Hand That Feeds.
Oh, of course it was. I could have told you that.
Yeah.
And that was the, like, most, he was just like, let's get this over with.
Really? He doesn't like that record?
I just think maybe he's like, hey, I got to throw something from that in there.
I
don't even think he moved. He just fucking sat there with his guitar.
There is a track on that album, and I can't remember what it's called, but it starts with this like really energetic drum fill. What the fuck is it? It's like, okay, I don't know if you'll hear it if I do this. This is going to look and sound insane, but I'm going to play it on my chest. Are you ready?
Okay.
Here we go. Tell me if you know the song. It's like this.
Oh. It's getting a little erratic.
Yes. What song is that?
I don't know who to trust.
It's
Beat him on. Bear with me.
I fucking love that song. And I love that drum.
Is that The Collector?
Yeah, it might be.
No, it's not Collector.
I thought The Collector was slower.
It's
I got to mute myself so I can play. I know what you're talking about, because that's that's Grohl on that record, right?
I think so.
I believe so.
I think that album's underrated.
It is. There's a lot on that. I think I was telling Bones that I was like, man, if Boys Noise could get a hold of some of those and they could mix in, like, I thought, man, that'd be fucking badass.
Getting Smaller.
Yes.
Took me a minute. Sorry.
Thank you. That's a cool ass track.
Yeah. Yeah, because like you go only Getting Smaller into Sunspots. That's a tight section of that record.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me and Bones could form a podcast about Nine Inch Nails set lists.
Yeah. For real,
I'm sure Penny Smasher was sitting there like, what the fuck are these guys?
Shut the fuck up. I got downward spiral. Fuck you. Yeah.
We got closer, dudes. What are you talking about?
That's awesome. It kind of feels like that's how I felt when I got to see, there were a couple bands like that for me where it's like, these are the Holy Grail bands. I feel like Nine Inch Nails is that for a lot of people. So, I would really like to see them. I never have. I'm bummed I couldn't go. If it ever happens again, I will be there.
Yeah.
God damn it.
All right, DK, you got anything lined up that you want to tell?
Yes. We just bought the tickets for Chicago. Not the band Chicago.
All right.
Okay, we could go all day. Anyway, we're
you
seeing
leave
Carpenter.
after that. Yeah, you get out of the parking garage after. Sorry.
We're gonna see Carpenter Brute in Chicago with Health.
It's nice.
It's kind of cool.
All right.
There's also a small debate as to whether or not the very next week we go back to Chicago to see Dance with the Dead, Megan McDuffie, and Magic Sword.
Do it.
It could be 2 weeks in a row we go up there.
Do it.
I'm stoked. I'm stoked on Carpenter. I haven't seen them since 2015 or 16. They have a new record that I like.
Is it out this week?
It's out. It just came out
Okay.
Friday, I think. It's definitely cool. I don't know if it's not their best album ever. At least I'm not at that phase with it. Leather Temple, yeah. I like it. It's good. I mean, it's more of the same. The mix is a little different, and like it seems like he's kind of moved towards like this other. He's moved away from some of the retro vibes a little bit. Like it's still retro sounding, but like he's not trying to sound like a Giallo. Like it's less Goblin and more like Doom soundtrack now, which is like not a bad move. But I kind of miss the fucking Goblin Giallo shit a little bit. It's still there a little bit, but not quite what I would hope. Still a good record.
Yeah, I went to post it last week on the Discord, and then I was like, fuck, that's not out until next week, so.
Yeah, Friday.
It'll be in there. Well,
Hell
all
yeah.
right. We did it. Any other shit you guys seen, but no? All right.
I don't
You
go
got
to
tickets for
shows
them?
unless you come up here.
Well, we'll come up. You might be buried between me and DK.
When is that?
I don't know. I seen it was announced. I figured I'd see a text from you, but I haven't, so
Well,
I didn't
because
say anything.
there's been a discussion with the wife because she wants to see them. So I'm thinking we may be there for that one.
All right.
So I don't know if you guys are that into them, but
I got I Hate God and Crowbar in April. So that's a ways away.
okay.
Many episodes are going to drop before then.
Many.
Tons. We're going to drop more episodes than the United States dropped on Iran. No? Too soon? Okay.
Ouch.
Well, I don't know. It's only supposed to take a few days, so it might be
Yeah,
over by the time you
5
post
days
this.
We'll be all right. Your gas will be back to 99 cents before you know it, folks.
Oh yeah,
Anyway.
that's right.
What we're doing tonight is we're going to start the draft. Not for the war,
Jesus, what a segue.
but for new metal. We're going to create our own ultimate new metal bands here tonight on DK and Dan Like Bands with our special guest Bones from the Golden Globe winning podcast 5 Day Rentals. And we're going to draft a new metal band. We're going to have a vocalist, 2 guitarists, a bass player, a drummer, and just a rando.
A wild card. It could be
A
anything. It could
wild
be
card.
a DJ, a keyboard player, a guy that hits a keg with a baseball bat. I
There
don't
are
know.
none of those. But Bones is brave enough to come on this journey with us. So I think it's going to be fun. New metal, of course, we grew up with it, guys.
Yeah.
You want to get it out of the way.
No, this genre for your future draft episodes. Get this one out of the way.
Everything comes back to new metal, or what we decide tonight is new metal.
All right.
That'll be, I think, the big takeaway. Yeah. Because I don't know. It seems to be pretty personal, I think. It's a very fluid genre.
You said something in the text in the text chain, and I was like, "Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know if he goes for that. I don't know if I can allow that." We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
I'll tell you what. I think I know the question you're talking about, and it came up in another text thread on ours. So,
oh shit!
But
worlds are colliding,
gentlemen.
Power Man style.
Of course, new metal is probably a large influence in your life growing up, as I think it was. Did you have a good time this week trying to throw things together? Did you pop on a playlist? Did you do some Dead Bodies Everywhere? You know, how was your journey? DK, go.
Okay, I wait for Dan to tell me when to talk.
Oh. All right, I'll go ahead and mute.
Yeah, I did have fun kind of going through some of the new metal stuff. Some of it, I was very much reminded why we've moved away from new metal. But some of it, I cannot deny. Like you said, it was kind of like a formative genre for me for a good few years, many years, I would say. So, like it or not, it's in my blood. You know what I'm saying? I thought that new metal would be a good choice for this first draft because it's like, I think a lot of people that listen probably know all these bands we're going to talk about. People have opinions. People know about this stuff. And, you know, I think it will be fun to try to see what we come up with. So I'm kind of stoked to do this. Bones is praying
to the new metal gods.
No, I was waiting to be told when I could talk.
I only tell DK when it's
okay.
This has to stay in. You cannot trim this down at all.
This is all in honor of the 12 silent tracks on Follow the Leader, right? Listen, I still listen to new metal. I am an elder latchkey millennial. It's very much ingrained in me. I went through certain phases where I was like, fuck it, this is juvenile. And then you get to a certain age and you're like, oh no, I'm still juvenile. And this is fun. And this is of an era, of a generation that was kind of left. I mean, if you're the same age as me or in my generation, I think whether we like to admit it or not, we had no real struggle. We were pushed into technology. We weren't raised with certain things. Like, you know, the millennial is defined by like going from a landline to a cellular phone to going from like a computer at school to everyone having a computer at home, developing internet access. I think also what coincides is that is like a general push to, hey, we're all going to go to college because the generation before us went to college, and then realizing that like, well, actually, no, you all don't actually need to go to college because we're running out of our workforce. And what's great about nu metal is like it covers several different emotions within the same song. You can have a chunky guitar riff that makes you move your head. You can have lyrics that deal with everything from like, I just want some pussy, to also, I hate my dad and I hate my parents because they didn't believe me that my uncle touched me. Like, and I'm not trying to belittle that, but that's like the breadth of that genre. Not to say folk music didn't also do that, but folk music kind of maintained a little bit longer than nu metal. It's like kind of okay to see James Taylor at 70, like playing a guitar on a big stage. It feels a little weird that a 50-year-old guy could be in like an Adidas jumpsuit, like playing at a bar. It's kind of awkward, right? So yeah, this all this big answer to say that this wasn't like something that I had to cram for. This was, once it was pitched, it was like, I already know what my baseline is. It's how basic of a bitch do I want to be. So I don't want to give away too much of my strategy, but I fucking love nu metal, man. I like Kraft mac and cheese and Doritos and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and I can watch Batman the Animated Series any time of the fucking day. I'm a big man child.
Can we get that quote, everything you just said, on one of those t-shirts? With
like the and.
You know what I'm talking about.
Mac and cheese, Batman the Animated Series, and...
Oh, no, one of the ones where it's like, if you think that I'm gonna blah, 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 you better don't forget that I don't know, whatever the fuck those are. This is why I'm the best uncle there is.
Oh, if you think you're going to date my daughter, you better believe that I...
Yes! Dan, you didn't intro nu metal.
It's what defined me. I don't want to say that, but it was like, I grew up with like Appetite for Destruction and Guns N' Roses and all that, and then it was, but that was like my parents' shit, and then it was like, this is Korn, and I was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, and I was like, oh shit, like this is my stuff, like now, like this is me. I've graduated, like this is for me now. So yeah, man. I mean, I still listen to it. I don't hate anybody that's like, that's what I listen to. I mean, there's still some good shit out there. I did get in this week to like newer nu metal, which is, I guess, is still a thing.
It is.
And I did listen to some of that, and I was like, it doesn't sound as cool as what I listen to, but okay, I'm glad it's still a thing. I don't know if they're trying to make it a thing since like the whole Creed and all that shit's coming back nowadays, but yeah, man, I love it. Just like Bones said, I'll don't think if you throw on some fucking Limp Bizkit, I'm gonna be like, yo, play this track. Like I can hit some fucking tracks. But yeah, going through this, just like Bones, I'm like, I already know what I want to do. Just how deep do you really want me to go? Do I need to be a fucking like nerd and pull out some shit, or, you know, keep it popular? But yeah, I love it, man. I think it's a good choice. And I think my band is going to fucking rule, and your guys are going to suck ass. So that's what I think.
Yeah, but you got to grow up, dude. Sucking ass can be cool now.
Important for me to remember.
Is ass in now?
Put that on a t-shirt. If you try to date my daughter, you better remember that I suck ass now.
What?
And it's like a guy kneeling like in front of like a cross cemetery with like a helmet on a gun. You're like, what
horse?
The hell? The fuck?
He's gotta have his horse.
I sucked the ass out of my veterans. What?
I guess we got to support them. I mean, I don't know.
I back the blue and I suck ass.
I'm trying to come up with a rhyme. Back the blue and something the poo.
Suck out the poo.
We got there.
Put that on a shirt. DK and Dan like bands. Go to Redbubble. You can get a Back the Blue, Suck Out the Poo t-shirt. DK has brought up random.org. I believe this is for the order of what this draft is going to be in.
And I think we decided it will be snake style. Yes. So then that means the person going third goes again, and then we go 2-1 again. For people who don't, know what that means. Now you do. Okay. So I'm going to put this in randomize, and we'll just say top to bottom, it goes 1, 2, 3. Can we agree on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Rigged.
How is that rigged?
I'm just kidding. I'm just so used to the other show. I'm sorry.
That's why I wanted to show you that. I don't want any questions about this. This is legitimate. Okay. So the order we have been given by random.org is going first, Dan. Going second, Bones. Going third, DK.
All right. Who's keeping a track?
I got it.
Okay.
So I got to go first?
Yeah, dude.
All right. Are you guys ready?
Hell yeah, I'm stoked.
Any more nostalgia about new metal?
It's going to take long enough, and I figure we'll talk as we go, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Sure. Anybody need to pee or anything before we go?
I'm good.
Are we good? I kind of feel like I should. Just like real quick.
Do it.
Like give me a 2 minutes. Give me 1 2 minutes.
I'll give you 1:45.
I'll give you 2 1 minutes.
It's a yellow 2. Hang on.
Time's a wasting.
This dude's going to go suck out poo.
He's going to masturbate.
Got to get your head right, dude. Don't make any big decisions with your nut full.
No, you masturbate before you star on a podcast.
Oh, no,
you call
not
it
at
that
all.
now? Star on a podcast?
No. You feature.
Bones, would you like to tell the listener where they can find you?
Your other podcast, 5 Day Rentals. I couldn't think of anything. Like, dox myself and give out my address. Shit, I don't even want to give out my real name. Yeah, you can catch us weekly. Well, 3 times a month over at the 5 Day Rentals podcast. It's just barely edging out more releases than DK and Dan like bands.
We have to have discussions.
You've been going for a while, at what point, like, where in the 5 Day Rentals record are you like, fuck, I wish I was doing DK and Dan like bands? I hate talking about tits and puppets. Let me talk about John 5 and
There was a point where I was counting tits today for the category that we're doing. And then I lost. And I was like, well, we've already seen hers. Do I count those? Because I was like, that would be 10. But I was like, no, we've already seen hers, so it's only 8.
Yeah. That roster of women, it's quite possible that some of them had work done while the movie was being made. I think that particular movie, a character does say, do you like them? I just got them done. And I don't know if that's to protect the fact that she had an operation like the 2 days she wasn't on set.
What movie is this?
That's a little peek for our 5 Day Rentals co-listeners.
Oh my God.
See, you guys cover all bases. You got the nerd talk, you got the tit talk, and then you come together. DK and Dan like bands.
Welcome to the show, folks.
Dan, get us started.
Hey, I got one question. Do I get to pick whoever I want, or do I got to start off?
No, you could pick. You could go for whatever
Okay.
you want. There's
Yeah.
a strategy. You could do whatever you want.
All right. So I am going to take a bass player first.
Wow.
Yeah, I am. Because he's probably the best new metal bass player out there.
He's probably on my list. Thanks.
And, his name is Ryan Martini, Rhino from Mudvayne. And that's who I'm going with. Just a well-rounded, not decent. He's better than decent. He's a good fucking bass player, and I do enjoy all the work he does with the old Mudvayne there. So yeah, that's what I'll take first, guys. Start this off with the bass player. Who would have thought?
He was legitimately my choice.
I know. That's why I was like, if I get one, I'm taking bass first.
That's solid pick, homie.
Thank you. Enjoy his work. I think he's really underrated. Well, he's not underrated. I think when you kind of dabble, you'll see that a lot of his name comes up a lot on just being a really good bass player.
Hell yeah.
There's some other ones out there that I figured it would be on somebody's list, but there's also a few others that they're pretty good too. So Rhino from Mudvayne. Check
Good
them out
choice.
if you don't know who they are.
You ready?
Oh yeah.
Wes Borland. We're talking new metal. I mean, he's fickle. He's going to be leaving and coming back quite a bit. But it's fucking worth it. I mean, incorporation of just heavy, chunky riff with a rhythm section that rest in peace, that bass player. But a definitive figure in this genre, Wes Borland.
Is this lead or rhythm?
Good question.
He's going lead. I'm going to put him in lead.
Ooh, all right.
Okay. Limo Biscuit, I've written.
Because your computer's embarrassed that you're doing this.
Yeah, it just doesn't it can't believe what it's seeing.
It's going to explode later.
Yeah.
That's a good pick.
No, yeah. What? Obviously, I'm like one of the best there is. I mean, I think arguably Wes might be the best in the genre.
Definitely a riff maker.
Oh my god, more than that. I mean, he's anyway. We don't have to talk about Wes Borland all night, but yeah, he's amazing. Okay. Well. Well then, listen. If it seems like we are. Fuck, man. You've already derailed me so bad, both of you.
Yes.
I feel like I don't want to get stuck. No, you know what? You've already changed my complete trajectory here. I'm going to go ahead and pick my lead guitar player now. And I'm picking Head from Korn. He is capable of some really weird shit. I kind of have a direction in mind for this group. I'm trying to synergize people and like kind of put together what I think would be something interesting. So I think he would be really good at what I'm kind of looking for, and that's like giving me sort of not solos. I'm not looking for a soloist here. I'm not looking for a shred master. I'm looking for like more of a flavor type guy, and I think Head is that for sure with his lead stuff. So we're going Head.
Give me Head.
Give me Head.
Beautiful choice.
Thank you.
Great guitarist.
Yeah. And again, that's for lead. And I guess I get to go again because it's Snake style. So I think sort of a lot of this really hinges around the vocalist. And I think I should go ahead and choose that now because I think this is going to be There's a lot of good names on this list for that, but there's really only one that I really wanted. And that is Wayne Static himself. So Wayne Static will be my vocalist. He can sing really well. He can scream if he wants to. He can make weird noises. He's got a good sense of humor. And with this sort of, again, the sort of direction I'm trying to take this, I think he makes a lot of sense. And like, I feel he would get it. Like if I pitched it to him, he would get it. And I think he'd do a good job at it. So Wayne Static is my vocalist.
Was on my list. I like that choice, yes. Because, yes, I think underrated singer. I think we discussed that.
It seems like they don't let him do it that much, but then like later Static X records or like kind of the middle era, he really does some like legit singing, and like you go, oh, wait a minute, like he's finally being allowed to do that. He's not bad. He's not bad at all. So a lot of nu metal vocalists tend to be kind of whiny or like have this thing, you know. And I didn't really want that for my band, so we didn't go that way.
Excellent. How much time did you spend on that? Like you're like, all right, no, I don't want this. Like, no, that's not the right sound. Because I did that same shit. I was like, that's not what I'm going for.
I think for me, like I kind of have a default setting, and I kind of just went with my gut.
Yeah. I gotta go with my heart for my vocalist as well. The albums that I'm trying to build, we'll discuss towards the end of this. I mean, it's John Davis, man. That's my vocalist. I
knew it.
You got to get in there. You got to get him.
Why?
For you, what makes him the choice?
He is the defining voice in my mind, like the range of what. So Wayne being able to make weird sounds and make them work within rhythm and melody. I don't think anybody does that better. I think the weirdness of the scatting. I think the personality of this like Robert Smith sort of Cure, Depeche Mode vibe, like emo vibe that he brought into it of I'm weak and I don't want to be up in front, but internally has great projection and power. The weird obscurity of like, I'll wear Adidas jumpsuits and play bagpipes, and
I was going to ask about the bagpipes.
Like, yeah, that's just and I think an important part of nu metal is just like dealing with a lot of people could look at it and go like, oh, these are teenage emotions that carry through your 20s and into your 30s, but they're human emotions that you have to be in touch with, I think, to be a good vocalist and a good lyricist. And I think he does that. I think he can do a twist or he can do a clown on the same record that are the dichotomy that's required in nu metal is good. And I think within nu metal, the crossover, the rap element, I think he, maybe not necessarily vocally, but crossovers that he did, like All in the Family, he's a great counter to that. So yeah, he's my fucking guy.
He's always made Big Feelings sound badass, so I've always appreciated that.
Yeah. I don't know if there's a more definitive voice in nu metal. I mean, apart from maybe one other guy, but yeah, I think he's obviously like the daddy.
Yeah. Hey,
daddy.
All right. Bones taking a big one there with his vocalist for John Davis. Maybe we need a biscuit to save this crew. I'm gonna take a drummer, and I'm gonna take John Otto from Limp Bizkit.
Fucking solid choice.
I think him and another guy that recently passed away are the biscuits of that group. Well, and West too is just a great mesh of dudes that got together there in Jacksonville, Florida, and made it happen. But yeah, John Otto, I think, has always been an underrated drummer. Like I said, Limp Bizkit does it all. They got hip hop, they can do metal, and that's the beauty of what we're talking about tonight, new metal. So give me that John Otto. I'll take him any day of the week.
Yeah, Bizkit has like that synergy that like they kind of transcend new metal, I think. Believe it or not. I know we're talking about Limp Bizkit here, but like their musicianship is like, I think they're like legendarily great together.
It was like Korn like broke through, and then Limp Bizkit took it like a step up. Not saying that Limp Bizkit is better than Korn or anything like that, but it was just like, all right, this is what it is. Like, we're gonna be that, and we're on a rocket ship, and it went crazy.
If you were to graph it out and Korn is just like your baseline, to me, Limp Bizkit maybe went a little, let's just say for visualization purposes, it being a little bit more childish. It filled that lower part so much that I think it forced the rest of the genre to sort of go to try to aim heavier than Korn, because I don't think anybody could have, like, the happenstance of like a fusion drummer and a jazz bassist with a really, really good guitarist and a DJ. It's like, you can't, like you have like your Linkin Parks or whatever that do try to emulate that, but they can't even attempt to be goofy. They're not going to talk about dad jeans and shit. Like,
yep.
And then we know you're listening to the later catalog. Who we at? We at me again, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. What do I
Go ahead.
do?
Piss me off, Dan.
Well, it looks like, besides one thing, I might get my fucking way tonight here. And you know what? Let's do lead guitar.
Okay.
And let me bring up Mr. Max Cavalera from Soulfly. Also from another band, Sapatra. But that would be my lead guitarist for what I'm trying to build here. I just think, oh man, he can do it all, guys. He can sing. Well, he can growl. But those riffs, man, I think very underrated guitarist. He's went so long in this metal and new metal, and he's just adapted so well, even to what he's doing today with his boy and all that. But just a very well-rounded guitarist and a very well-rounded artist in both metal and new metal. Because if you listen to Soulfly and some of that doesn't get you pumped up, I don't know what to fucking tell you, but you should listen to more Soulfly.
Oh yeah.
well, I'll get the fuck up and get right to it.
Was he not on your guys' list?
Soulfly's not that. That's not a big part of my catalog.
I respect Cavalera. But yeah, he was not on my list either. Is he legendary status? Yes, I think so.
All right.
He's not my guy.
Might have a top 3 for me coming up.
I'm into it. Don't worry. It's okay.
Back to me.
Yes, please.
Okay. I have 2 routes that I have to follow here now. Seeing as DK and I both fill the same positions, I'm a little nervous. But like DK, I'm trying to, in my mind, I'm trying to build a certain sound, particular type of album. I did not want to double up from the same band so soon, but I like a concept album, and within that, I need somebody working with John Davis to build interstitials and to help mix. I gotta go DJ Lethal, man.
Bones pulling out his wild card here. Just to recap for Bones, you have currently Jonathan Davis, Wes Borland, and DJ Lethal. What a potent combination.
It's just a basic bitch, man.
Jesus Christ, though. Imagine that if that album comes out now, even it sells 1 million copies day one.
Let's see if I can maintain.
It's just Fred Durst is sick and John Davis filled in right now. That's all it is. DK, relax.
Okay, you're right. You call yourself a singer? You're more like Jerry Springer.
I don't think we mentioned that one of the rules we implemented was no more than 2 people from the same band. So
that's true.
Yeah, Bones is just building corn.
No, Bones is no more Limp Bizkit for him.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
no more biscuits for Bones.
No more biscuits for Bones.
All right, I already took out John Otto. Let me take out Sam Rivers.
Yeah, we have drafted 3 Limp Bizkit guys already.
Yes, we have. And I'm afraid
DK
I'm afraid that we're going to be drafting yet another Limp Bizkit guy. So along with Wayne Static and Head, I am going to go ahead and now pick my bass player. And that is going to be the late and great Sam Rivers from Limp Bizkit. I don't know of another bassist within the genre other than legitimately Rhino from Mudvayne who could maybe keep up with what I'm kind of trying to put together. Sure, they could keep up, but not at the... I'm going for something a little bit more on the technical side as far as the music goes. And I mean, come on. Who better? So I'm taking Sam. He's coming with me on bass. And you know what? While we're here, while it's still me, I'm going to go ahead and pick my drummer. Because the bass and the drums, I have a specific thing in mind. And we're kind of getting the same result, Dan. I think we maybe had something similar in mind. So the drummer that I'm choosing is none other than, I don't know how to say it actually, Matthew McDonough from Mudvayne. The Mudvayne guy, Matthew McDonough, I'm going to say it is. I know they all have like Mudvayne names. It's like Chud and shit. Like, I don't know what his is. But, yeah. What is his name? What is the drummer from Mudvayne's?
Chud might be the bass. No,
nickname.
I thought Chud was Chad, right?
Yeah.
Spooge?
Spooge.
I think it's SPUG, but it's like the U has the 2 dots. Oh. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to call him Spooge. So I've got a very technically capable bassist and an extremely technically capable drummer here, who are going to be able to provide weird time signatures, but they also, very important to the genre of nu metal, know how to fucking groove.
Yeah. I like this lineup.
Mm-hmm. Bones, what do you got?
Please remind me, I believe both you and Dan have both picked your bassist and drummer.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to go with my rhythm guitarist. I'm going to go with my number one seed. He plays guitar in a band that has a other guitar player that's already been selected. I think that this individual seems to be the other consistent through line and backbone. A guy who has developed just the chunkiest riffs. And God damn it, don't we all love that flavor, chunky monkey? I'm going monkey from Korn, man. We're talking synergy. We're talking heavy and groove. Monkey.
So far, you have literally just smashed up Korn and Limp Bizkit. This is a good strat because I think like the people that love nu metal, like this is a wet dream. Like this is it. This is the fantasy, right? This is a powerful combination.
We'll see.
You think
We'll see.
You think Monkey plays better off of West Borland than Head would?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I think you answered your own question.
Yeah. All right. It's a good pick. He's on my list.
Also, with the fact that Wes is going to be leaving all the time, like Headwood, it's important to have like somebody who knows all of the sound, like all the tabs and shit, you know, like. So I got one guy dressed as like a fucking luchador with a yarn beard, and then a guy in a dirty jumpsuit.
Looks like a car mechanic.
It's fucking awesome.
Hell yeah. Dan.
All right. I think I'm going to pull my wild card here, and I think I'm going with Frank Delgado from the Deftones, because I think he'd add that little bit of, you know, whatever we need for this weird combo that we have. I think he's the guy that could do it. He does fit in very well with Deftones and brings a lot out for him there. Doesn't look like he's doing a lot, but I think he is doing a lot up there. Give it up for Frank.
Woo, Frank.
Hey, Frank. Now, just to add a little bit of drama to this, I do recall on a Deftones specific episode, one of the hosts of the show said, Deftones ain't nu metal. They're alt rock. So.
Alt metal, yes.
Okay.
But yes, if we do want to have this argument, I will say that Adrenaline and Around the Fur, and you might not even want to argue Around the Fur, but Adrenaline is nu metal.
Yeah.
No matter how you listen to it. So my theory here, or whatever, is if it is a nu metal album, you could pick any of those guys off that album. So
as much as Deftones doesn't want to agree with you, I have to agree with you because I'll be arguing this later. So I must agree with you.
All right. Thank you, DK. And thank you,
buddy.
Bones, for bringing that up. I thought there might be one more other one we might be having an argument about coming your way later.
I think you got your fifth pick.
Dan, go ahead. Yeah.
All right. You know what? Let's do the rhythm guitar here. Let's bring this all together and build some drama. Hey, Dino from Fear Factory, get over here, buddy.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Let's have Max Cavalera and Dino from Fear Factory as rhythm. God damn, can you imagine? Actually, I'm going back to 1991, where Dino did come in with Max Cavalera on a Nail Bomb album. So
I think you just bummed somebody out.
You just tanked my entire shit. I'll explain later, but you just tanked my entire shit.
Very underrated guitarist, guys. Fear Factory, that original lineup from the fucking 90s. It's good, man. It's good. I don't know about the stuff today. I know Dino's still in there chunking away at it, but yeah, man, just a fucking riff god, dude. Very underrated. But yeah, man, give me that Brazilian, give me that Mexican on my guitars. So, God, I can only imagine what that would sound like. You got fucking John Otto on the drums, man. DK is very angry right now.
I would describe my current situation as distraught.
You never, and you didn't. You
I
didn't
thought
think
nobody
twice.
else. I didn't. I didn't think for a second somebody else was going to pick Dino. For a second, that was my most safe. That was the one I felt the most safe about.
No, that was my first dude.
Fuck
I was
you,
like,
Daniel.
I'm taking Dino because nobody's taking Dino.
I'll be honest with you. There were some bands where I thought, don't even attempt. That is their territory. which sort of allowed me to sort of slip in and get the guys that I got. All right. Am I going? You want me to go? Keep pushing?
You better.
You can't. Max Cavalera and Dino is a badass combo, bro.
It's a fucking great combo, and
Yeah.
it's making me mad.
It's too good. All right. I'm in a situation now where, you guys have already picked bass and drums. I don't want to be completely basic bitch. Are we going to do, who else was on our list at the end of this? Kind of some discussion?
We can.
Okay. There's a big glaring musician here, he's beyond a drummer. But I actually want to show some love to somebody from one of my favorite no-skip records. The band is Apex Theory. Not a lot of people know them.
Whoa.
Underrated. They're a Mediterranean nu metal groove. So I think they got kind of lumped in with the System of a Down thing and kind of squandered. I think they also may have had some internal stuff, but the drummer for their short-lived career was Sammy J. Watson, a guy from Washington who then went on to teach drumming for like 18 years. I looked up this week in 2022, he released like a instrumental jazz fusion record where he brought in a bunch of people, and I actually enjoyed a few tracks off that. So Sammy J. Watson from Apex Theory will be my drummer.
Hell yeah, good pull. I like that.
Check out the Apex Theory as it sounds. Topsy Turvy's the album. A highlight off that record is Bullshed.
Not by one of the vocalists I may be picking, Bull God.
No, you can't have him. He's too busy doing push-ups in a steam room.
Drinking whole milk.
He's addicted to it now. Oh, he's not doing push-ups. He's throwing up the whole milk.
God. All right. Well, I had big plans for Dino. I had very big plans for Dino. This is I'm in shambles. I just can't fathom this. Like, this is crazy to me that you picked him. I felt the most safe with Dino. I'm like, I can wait. I pick my vocalist. Who gives a shit? No. This is an outrage. So, okay. I'm picking my third backup. Because I had a whole plan where if I couldn't get Wayne Static on vocals, I was going to try to argue that I could pull him in for rhythm guitar. But because I've already picked him for vocals, I need to pull in a different rhythm guitar player. So I'm going to pull in Greg Tribbett from Mudvayne for rhythm guitar, also known as Goog. That's his Mudvayne name. Goog. I mean, look, if we've got the Mudvayne drummer, we might as well have the Mudvayne guitar player. Those guys are super good. I think they are more than capable of some pretty fucking crazy, little bit more technically interesting stuff, a little bit more, just a class above as far as like the complexity of the writing and the, coming up with a little bit more interesting stuff. So, but again, still able to groove. I think everyone can agree. So, yep. Greg from Mudvayne for rhythm guitar for me. And to round out my choice, I'm going to go for my wild card. Little fella from a band called Deadsy, who plays keyboards and synth. And that is Ren Hockey. I want him on keyboards and synth. I don't know if anyone here is a Pistol Shrimps radio listener.
My boogie.
He is the brother of Pistol Shrimps player Molly Hockey. How fucking crazy is that?
That's awesome.
Ren Hockey. He is. Look, I don't know if you guys know Deadsy very well or not. I mean, you probably have the keys to Gramercy Park. I
met him.
Oh, you did? Okay.
At a Korn concert.
That's incredible. He is definitely capable of delivering this kind of. And look, I've got all my people, so I can kind of say it's sort of a rhythmic, heavy, atmospheric sort of horror type metal band, right? This is going to be sort of like sci-fi horror sound, right? So that's why you get the Wayne Static. That's why you get the drummer from Mudvayne. That's why I would have had Dino from Fear Factory. The fucking double bass with the fucking rhythm guitar all matching up and these weird sounds in between. So yeah, that rounds out my group. Fuck you for picking Dino.
You're virgin on industrial, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like it though.
Yeah.
I didn't think anybody would pull from Dead Sea, so like, hey, fuck yeah, dude.
All right. Yeah, my last pick here. When we were discussing in the text chat about this, and we threw out like the no more than two from a band, I believe Dan, you mentioned like, can they have passed? And I think I'm going to focus on somebody that has passed to kind of honor them. This particular band, it was a crushing blow to them, and pushed through. A highlight of this person's technical ability, I would direct you to an album called Iowa, a song called Gently. The album that I am trying to build is groove heavy and melodic. It is equally dark and equally light. So the guy there filling in will be Paul Gray on bass. Did I say Grace? I meant bass. Paul Gray on bass. Grace. Say Grace.
Dearly beloved.
For the Father, the Son.
Mm-hmm. I mean, whether you want to sort of in the Deftones argument, I think also some people can maybe argue the Static X argument, like fucking the first 2 Slipknot albums are fucking nu metal. They are nu metal. And then they did become more rhythmic. What is that? I always want to call it melodic metal. But undeniable, man. Big loss.
He's a good bass player.
Hell yeah. I totally agree.
That wasn't the dead Slipknot member I thought you would draft, though.
I can't believe he did not get picked.
It was tough. It was tough.
All right.
But I need. Sorry, pick your last one and then we'll discuss our lineups.
Oh, I got a vocalist to pick to bring it all together. The vision.
Dan has become a full-on villain tonight.
I made this list and I got every single person that I want. I didn't have to change shit.
That's awesome.
And I did. Vocals was very, very important. And there was 2 guys that I had in mind. And he didn't get picked either yet tonight. But I think the guy that could do this with this band, with these big dudes, Max Cavalera's in here, fucking Dino, Rhino, John Otto, and Frank. I think that Rob Flynn from Machine Head has what it takes.
Yeah.
Really, he can sing, he's got the scream, he's got the growls. I think he could write what these guys wanted to hear lyrically whenever they put the music together. And I think Rob Flynn would be a perfect just amplifying voice for this band, whatever it's called. But yeah, man, Rob Flynn from Machine Head. If you want to have that argument, I will say that the Burning Red and Supercharger are definitely nu metal. And Machine Head did come back with the Blackening after that and win multiple awards for Best Metal Album after that, which is an amazing album. But yeah, Rob Flynn, man, Machine Head, vocals. Fuck yeah, I think this works. Super stoked for my band.
Yeah. I think Rob, Max, and Dino together alone is like some kind of an all-star assemblage. That's pretty fucking good.
Thanks, buddy. I'm sorry. There's no way.
Let me ask you this. If I had gotten Dino...
Oh, I've been devastated.
Who would your rhythm guitar player be?
Mick Thompson from Slipknot.
Yeah, I mean, also probably could have filled that role pretty well.
Yeah.
That is an interesting duo, though. I think that's a little bit more interesting than the Head Monkey, because Jim is primary riff writer, right? I think Mick is more lead, I thought.
Yeah, but I wanted him to rhythm to Max.
Okay, fair enough.
To see what like he could play off of. Yeah. I don't know. I just thought that would be an interesting combo as well.
Well, Jim was my second in rhythm guitar, so glad we didn't have to have that argument. I am surprised. I'm not surprised like the Deadsy look. Like I would have thought going into this, DK is going to have a little bit more some sort of synthy verge on electronic industrial would be I think the perfect term for that. Dan, I'm shocked at how little sensitivity there is in yours. Like I would have thought there would be a little bit more, like not quite Virgin on Chino, but just a tad bit more emo from Bakersfield sort of vibe.
I had you pegged for Chino I have to admit, I thought you would have Gino. So
he's just he's perfect for what he has.
Yeah.
And the few side projects that he does, but I don't know. I was like, what would I want to see if I had the power to do this? And
I keep looking at your list. So it's again, it's Rob from Machine Head, Max from Soulfly, Dino from Fear Factory, Rhino from Mudvayne, John from Limp Bizkit, and Frank from Deftones. I keep looking at this, and it's like, I think maybe this is the most could have been band of what we've assembled here. I mean, I know Limp Bizkit and Korn overlapped quite a bit, but like I feel like Dan's is the most like
it could still happen.
I could see that happening for the most part.
You don't fear John Otto gets just sort of fucking muddled in that?
Well, Otto doesn't. I think Otto is the odd man out in that.
Yeah.
In that list, he doesn't really make the most sense.
But that's like, what I think. That I'm like, all right, he is like Limp Bizkit, but maybe he wants to dip into that. Like, all right, I want to be a fucking metal drummer, dude.
Oh, I think
sometimes. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, I think Rhino pulls heavier out of him for sure. I mean, okay, yeah. What were you gonna say?
My thinking is like sometimes, like having been in a few bands, sometimes one guy that doesn't fit gives you a strange flavor that can work in your favor. It does not always happen. Sometimes that's the weakest dude. But sometimes when you get a guy who isn't quite in the right place, but he's the right man in the wrong place, if that makes sense, that can add a flavor, a seasoning to the whole thing that like can really set a band apart sometimes. And then like you see it happen, like, and then when you lose that person, like when they finally quit or whatever, or they leave, it's like there's a marked change and you'll feel it. I don't know. I would be interested to see the lineup that Dan has as is, just because Otto is so different. So, man, that's interesting, Dan.
Yeah. Yeah, talk about yours, DK. Did you list them off? Yeah.
Yeah. So again, I had Wayne Static from Static X on vocals. I had Head from Korn. I had Greg from Mudvayne, Goog, on rhythm guitar. I had Sam from Limp Bizkit on bass. I had Matthew from Mudvayne on drums. And I had Ren Hockey from Dead Z on synth and keyboard. So like the whole thing I was thinking of was like a sort of quite a heavy, dark type sound. They would have been on the Queen of the Damned soundtrack. They would definitely have some quieter, more melodic moments, but they would also be capable of some pretty fucking heavy, borderline industrial. I think I agree with you guys. Like that's kind of where I'm leaning. And if I'd gotten Dino, it would certainly, I think it would have even been clearer in that respect. But maybe having Goog from Mudvayne is, I don't even know if that's how he says. I don't give a shit. It's stupid anyway. Maybe having him again, like, is an interesting choice because he's going to bring something completely different. Like you know what you're getting with Dino. I mean, there's no question with Dino. You're getting like a machine perfect chugs and rhythmic, following the double bass and. Power. You're getting a lot of power, but I think with the Mudvayne guy, you're kind of getting something a little different. You're getting something that it's a little harder to predict because I have heard him do some more interesting things and like melodic things, but also clearly knows how to be heavy as fuck. So I'm pretty happy with my group. Again, I think it's something that would be, quite heavy. There would be heavy synth in it, but I don't want the synth to be too overbearing. Because I want it to mix. I want the synth to be sort of always there in the background. The whole idea is that this band is sort of atmospheric and horror movie / sci-fi / sort of just like dark heaviness. And I think Wayne Static could totally bring that in the vocals and lyrics as well. So, I mean, I think all around. And plus, again, like I would love it if we can keep it within the nu metal world and let it groove sometimes and let it be a little like, not that nu metal is silly, but sometimes it can go into those like funky, sillier places, and like, you know, maybe even a little bit of the hip hop. Like, let it be in there. Like, even just some of those grooves. Like, even if Wayne's not, you know, doing a hip hop thing, but like, let it groove. Like in a similar way. Like, let it, you know, let the bass talk for a while, and let the drums like really go. I don't know. I think it could work. So yeah, mine is like a haunted house with maybe like a space alien inside that's trying to suck your brain out. Something along those lines.
All in claymation?
Oh, if it's not in claymation, I don't want to see it.
I think that Head Greg combo.
Oh, I didn't even talk about him. I didn't even talk about him.
I think that would be very, very interesting to see what sounds those two would come up with. And then, yeah, you throw in Wayne. I think Sam would be like, crazy shit. Let's do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then you bring in Ryan. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good fucking band right there.
I'd be interested to hear their results for sure. Well, Bones, tell us about yours.
All right. All but one was my first seed. Like, just throwing it out. I could have actually theoretically gotten my first seed drummer. As we were sort of talking about this, my second and third seed slots were a little deeper cuts, somebody to try to like help inform in case I lost one of those. I feel very lucky. I really at the end decided, as much as I'd love to have double bass and Joey Jordison, let's highlight somebody and not just take two people from three of the biggest bands. I was already verging on a Live, Laugh, Love equivalent of new metal lineup. So John Davis on vocals, Wes Borland on lead, Monkey on rhythm, Paul Gray on bass, Sammy J. Watson on drums, and DJ Lethal as my wild card. Two things I really wanted to focus on. If you paired off any two of these people, could you come up with something interesting? And I think you can. John Davis being a percussionist himself, I mean, despite a lot of what some people say or don't say, you listen to the fucking Queen of the Damned soundtrack and you listen to Issues, it feels like a lot of that percussion is John's input. If you just put him in a room with Wes, I think you're going to get something interesting. If you throw Monkey in with Paul Gray, I think you're going to come up with a pretty sick riff. You put John Davis, who was like, oh yeah, I'll scat through a fucking distortion pedal, and let DJ Lethal combine that. I mean, if the two, as far as I'm concerned, the quintessential soundtracks of any new metal fan would be the Freddy vs. Jason soundtrack.
Fuck yes.
And the Queen of the Damned soundtrack.
Fuck yes.
The two beefy, just straight albums, I think, are Issues and Significant Other. If you can kind of merge those two, I think you are getting dark and light in a real fun way. Like, I want to listen to this album that starts with a scat and a scratch and is this weird concept album that goes very quickly light and dark throughout it. Give me a track 6 or 7 that is 6 or 7 minutes long, ambient, and then into that final 2 or 3 tracks that is just violent and aggressive, and end on fucking Matt Pinfield bitching about the state of music, it's basic. I've said that several times, but when I think of new metal, those are what my algorithm is fucking throwing me constantly. I listen to Hot Dog once a week. I listen to, what did I listen to this morning? On my way to work, I like the Spotify DJ threw me Twist. Like I was like, okay, that's a sign, right? So that's what I want. I want to incorporate what is supposed to be defining of new metal, like hip hop, light, goofy, juxtaposed against I'm a cutter, and
Caught me off guard. It was like I was taking a look in the mirror there.
Oof.
Whoa.
Yeah. Joey Jordison, I'm shocked wasn't taken. I mean, the guy
Me too.
is absolute beast, but I think at the end of the day, while I think he's capable of it, I wanted more groove than power. I'm already talking about it. Shannon Larkin came in later in the Godsmack run. I put him later because he's the drummer on Faceless, which is weirdly my favorite Godsmack album. Like
That's straight out of line, Bones.
yes, front to back. I think the drumming on that is incredible. But the argument can be made that is their deviation from nu metal, sort of into, sadly, what becomes like butt rock. Like it's a happy medium for me. But Shannon Larkin, I pulled out. Another huge band that not a huge band, huge pull was the band Flaw. Their bassist Ryan Jers, I think, has some fucking sick riffs. So he was a possible for me. And then a backup rhythm guitarist was Mike Mashuk from Stained. Like when we were talking about Wes Borland, I was like, just put in Wes Borland on YouTube and you will get countless videos of like, is this the best guitarist ever in the fucking world? And like people discussing that. There's a lot of guitar guys out there that are like, Mike Mashuk is like the riff fucking king. Like those first few Stained records are fucking solid. So
Yeah, I think he was kind of dimmed a little bit just being in what he was. But yeah, I believe he is a fucking badass guitarist.
Yeah. And hey, any genre is going to have that, but there is a disproportionate amount of nu metal guys that just become fucking dickheads that put a stain on shit. Pun intended.
Yep. Well, listen, I know we have a hard out. We got to get moving on this. I have one more question for you, Bones. What would your band's hidden track be?
If I'm thinking sort of concept-y, like I always like an album that you can just let roll through, right?
Mm-hmm.
And whether it's from previous album into recent album, Hatebreed, that's one of like my favorite thing. I forget what album it is. Like the riff that they end that album, the next album, they built out that riff. It's fucking cool. Or like a Cycle. So the hidden track is like kind of like Korn is notorious for that.
It's nu metal. We got to have it.
It's nu metal. It's the let's move it up to the front and make you sit there awkwardly or hit the thing because you don't want to wait 70 seconds or whatever to get to It's On. I'm doing a cover. I think maybe you let Wes pick some obscure, like in this era, it's like, all right, he's not quite Blacklight Burns yet, but maybe he's in like maybe he wants to pull like a New Order song or something. I think could be fun.
Right. Yeah, that feels right.
I think John's vocals on that. Like, I'm not totally sure how comfortable Lethal is with like a drum pad, but maybe Sammy could fill in on that. But I'm thinking like a new, not quite Depeche Mode, but New Order cover.
That's a really good answer. I have to say, we didn't talk about that beforehand. That is a really fucking good answer.
What about you guys?
Oh, I know what mine would be. It would just be like sex noises, women moaning.
That's Rob
like
Zombie's thing, dude.
A synth pattern. Yeah, like it like on one hand it's like horny, but then like if you were too high, it would freak you out. Like some weird sound effects in there. Yeah, it would just be like a horny haunted house with a creature in there.
I saw a tweet years ago that was like Rob Zombie, the only guy to turn the female orgasm into a musical instrument.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, God damn.
And horny haunted house is the only haunted house I want to go to nowadays.
Dan, you got a hidden track?
Nah, man, these guys got 9 songs. They ain't doing a hidden track.
That feels right.
Nah, dude. The producer brought it up, and they were like, "Yeah, fuck you, dude.
They've already left the studio.
We're done. Like, we gave you everything we got."
Dan, I feel like the booklet on your CD is so fucking thick, though. Like, it's like pushing the limits of those 4 little clips. Like, God
just keeps unfolding.
Yeah, God forbid you take that thing out. It's a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, as a record company, they hired a photographer, like, when we were recording.
Yeah.
It's like all the pictures and shit. And then, like, a little special thanks.
It's just them sitting. Like, it's not artistic at all. It's just
drinking beers and
sitting
shit.
in a lava warehouse. Yeah.
Did anyone have a band name?
Tort Mommy.
Dan, did you have a band name?
No, I couldn't think of one.
I had this written down before I was sitting here, and I realized it's right here, but I was thinking Subspecies would be a cool name.
That's fucking dope.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
It makes complete sense in a new metal kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
I will say the only, like I said, vocalist was my biggest thing, and my other choice was Chad Gray from Mudvayne.
He was my alt. He was my alt.
I was like, I think he would be good enough to do this as well.
I was between, like Corey was on the list, but Chester and Dave Williams from Drowning Pool. Because that first record, man, it's close to a no skip.
But that's because every song is the same.
Well,
You can't deny it.
It's new metal, man. It's
a good record.
Yeah.
It's fine. Look, within the new metal world, you better believe I listened to that album a lot. Nothing wrong with me.
Well, there you have it, folks. Our first draft here on DK and Dan Like Bands. What a fun time.
I can't believe we didn't cruise for a news brews or nothing. Like, what?
No, we don't have time to do that.
Oh my!
You guys broke the
gosh.
9 Inch Nails news.
Yeah, that's true. We had a little bit of news brews in there. There'll be somebody waking up with a little bit of fucking brown on their arm.
Okay.
Hopefully it's not shit.
You guys are covering the Rob Zombie album that just dropped, right?
The Great Satan. Right?
I will tell you this. I know we're trying to get out of here, but I will tell you this. Spotify automatically played one of those songs, and I was like, oh, is this one of those new Static X songs that I haven't heard? Like with the new vocalist?
Right.
And I was shocked to find that it was Rob Zombie.
I guess we're not covering that one. We just ruined it.
Was that what you were going to say?
No.
I'll listen to it. I don't give a shit. I only listen to that one song.
We'll have a top 3 for me episode that will be out later this month. DK's just finding that out right now.
Uh-oh.
But he will not have a lot of homework because it's only about 4 albums. So, he will have a new complaint. We'll say that. Hey, wait. But yeah, that's what we got lined up. Bones, please tell us where they can find you, what you've been up to, what's going on.
I'm the main driving force of a obscure film podcast called 5 Day Rentals, but I couldn't do it alone. I got my trusty balls swinging right below me, Dan and Kronhauer. Catch us 3 times a month, wherever you get your podcasts. If you think, oh, I like Dan on DK and Dan, but what would he be like more aimless?
What would it be like if DK wasn't talking over him all the time?
Nah. Oh, it's just me talking over him.
I prefer it.
I text these guys like once a week, like, hey, I'm editing the episode. I apologize that I didn't hear you talking. It's just, Zoom isn't that great. For the most part, we do okay. But yeah, by the time this drops, Dan will have a new category for us, PME Entertainment Incorporated. I think the entertainment's unnecessary. It's like ATM machine or rib boat.
That'll be out with
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It should be started by the time this comes
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
And fuck it. The guys from the Guys Got a Gotti podcast join us not periodically, but intermittently. They each get a crack at the bat, if you will.
It's fun having those guys.
I'm stoked to hear those episodes.
Like Clown from Slipknot.
Just beating on the kegs and we're telling them to shut the fuck up.
Selling $70 books of AI art. You gotta love it.
Well, thank you, Bones, for joining us. If you want more Bones, please check out our episode on the recent Ghost release. He joined us for that. He's our first guest ever, and he won't be our last.
I won't?
Yeah, maybe he will, probably.
Yeah, there's a good chance.
Most likely. But hey, join the Discord. What else is out there? Follow all the playlists that I haven't updated on Spotify.
And I don't have the ability to add to them, or I would.
I'll give you that. We recently joined Premium. I don't know if I even told DK that. We got to do better. We will. But other than that, God save the Queen and Satan save rock and roll. See you next time.